No, we have to wait. We're all waiting patiently.
What is up, guys? Candace B here. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Welcome back to my subscribers and welcome to my new ones. So today I'm just going to do a quick analysis on GJ and EJ. I feel like I'm getting into the habit of just doing weekly analysis videos, but you guys seem to be liking it, so why not continue? So yeah, I'm just going to be looking over these two charts, gonna make it short and sweet, but just as a disclaimer, of course, the way I analyze my charts is just how I personally do it. I'm just simply showing you what I do to prepare for the week ahead, so take it with a grain of salt, and I encourage you to do your own in-depth analysis. All right, so that being said, let us get into it. So we're just gonna take a look on the monthly time frame really quickly, just to see where we are at, because we have 10 more days left in September. And as you can see, GJ is very, very bearish right now. You see a huge bearish candle that is continuing to push down. You can even kind of see that there is like a downtrend. You can see that through that trend line, that we are definitely creating lower highs, lower lows, and right now we've just created a lower high. So yes, definitely very bearish on the monthly time frame. But of course, with 10 days left in the month, anything can happen, so we definitely have to just see. Let's go down to the weekly. So as we can see, this past week was not as volatile or as high in momentum as the week prior. If we were to just see how many pips GJ moved, so that's about 204 standard pips for the whole week. Just by looking at the weekly, you can tell that there was low volatility probably at the beginning of the week. As you can see, price did pull back at the beginning of the week before it pushed down and it closed below the previous candle's low. So still definitely bearish on the weekly, so that is confluence with the monthly. Let's go down to the daily, see what that shows. As we can see, price is just continuing that lower high, lower low momentum that I spoke about in my last video. And you can see that, just not too much was going on this week. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this was this week, and you can just see a lot of indecision. And that could have been just because, the week before there was a lot of news, and that was huge in terms of momentum. So, rightfully so, this past week was just a lot more chill, and it's probably setting up, for more momentum to come. So I'm anticipating that we may be still moving down this coming week, and there's, really no indication of any buys right now if I'm just looking on the daily. So yes. Let's go down to the H4. Okay, so as you can see, yes, just consolidation all week pretty much. There was a break down. I did speak about that, just waiting for that break and retest. Price did break down, but it kind of formed more of a fake out as opposed to a retest before it pushed further down. If you did take sells in this area, then you would have got a pretty nice profit, just because that push was about 117 pips, standard pips. So that was the bulk of just price's momentum this past week. And as you can see, though, it just shot right back up. So you know that this was, of course, because of news. You can kind of tell just with that impulse move down and then an impulse move up. So definitely I would look at that as probably a news event that happened, which I believe it was on the 17th. And as you can see, just towards the end of the week, price has just been slowly pushing down. It's been, every candlestick has been closing below its previous candlestick, and it's been closing bearish. So yeah, still moving down. Let's see what the H1 is doing. So what I see right away is that price is approaching this area, which it formed in terms of a zone. Price is approaching back to this zone, which is about 41 standard pips away. So, you know, we can very likely see price kind of rallying to this area. And what I would personally be looking for right now, just because I'm not too sure, of course, what GJ will be doing in this next coming week, I would either be looking for a push down and a close above this zone and a confirmation of a bullish reversal and then that push up, or I'd be looking for a complete break of that zone, a retest, and then a push down. But of course, it's not going to look clean like this, so just, you know, beware whenever you're analyzing charts and looking for setups. It's not going to be as perfect as you assumed it to be or have mapped it out to be. So the point is just that you see the pattern and you kind of follow that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward, pretty quick. I feel like some sort of news event, high impact news, would have to come into play for price to be able to break down past this zone, just because it really rejected it cleanly. So some sort of news event that would cause momentum to come in and have enough strength just to push down past the zone and then wait for that retest and then push further down. That's something that I'm looking to see, but of course I'm definitely not negating the idea of price just rallying back down to the zone and pushing up. So we will definitely see what happens. Either way, I'll be prepared for either to happen. And yeah, just 30-minute time frame, just same thing, just looking like we're rallying down. I personally wouldn't call this a zone, but this is kind of like a minor zone. We'll see if price breaks down past this minor zone, then of course it's going to go to this higher time frame zone. But who knows, it can very well not break this. It can just be making its kind of support here and then getting ready to push up. So we will see if that happens as well. Patience is the name of the game, as always. So yeah, very quick and straightforward. I mean, like I said before, the week before last week, it was a lot of movement, a lot of momentum, a lot of power with GJ. The bears were definitely into play, so it makes sense that this past week was just a correction phase, a consolidation week, and we will see if there's some more momentum coming to the market this coming week. All right, so on to EJ. Alrighty, so looking at EJ really quickly on the monthly, we see it's kind of mimicking GJ, where we have the monthly candlestick very, very bearish, engulfing the previous monthly's candlestick. So definitely bearish in that regard. But with EJ, when I look, I see that there was lower highs, lower lows being created before, kind of bottomed out, made a double bottom, and now it's been pushing up. This can very well just be creating some sort of pullback to push further up, kind of like this. So we'll see. This is the higher time frame, so you know that can take a month or two to actually formulate. So we will see what the lower time frames look like. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, so I see on the weekly time frame, again, we have that double bottom that we saw here. Wow, that's a bad drawing. Let me use this tool. Yeah, so we saw this double bottom here, and then now we see that price has broken that bearish structure, the lower highs, lower lows, and is now forming higher lows and higher highs. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of just retracement. Maybe price pulls back down to here and then starts to push away from this area. That could be a possibility, or price can just, you know, continue breaking down. It can retest this area and push down, or it can just continue down. So we will see, but interesting structure. It does look like a reversal to my eyes right now. We'll just have to see price play its hand first. This is the weekly, so for it to have closed bearish, you know, my first instinct is that, you know, the bears can still be in the market, but it did close with a lower wick, meaning that the bulls did kind of come back and use a little bit of their power to push up. But then again, we don't know. There were these huge wicks that pushed it down. We don't know. It is at this kind of high traffic area here, so, and it did not close under it. So that's one thing to keep in mind, that for price to not have been able to close below this area where it previously had, you know, been a resistance kind of in the past, that can be something to keep an eye on. Let's go down to the daily. Daily's looking kind of choppy. Higher time frames are looking a bit clearer to me, so that just means that would be a waiting game for me. Yeah, I don't know if people would call this like a head and shoulders. I don't really use that pattern or kind of keep that in mind. I just see kind of a mess right here. I kind of see consolidation, to be honest with you, because I don't see higher lows, higher highs, or lower highs, lower lows being created. So to me, it's just moving sideways. Price did break out, and it didn't necessarily, if I remove this, it didn't necessarily retest this area that it broke out of, this consolidation zone. So possibly there might be a chance that price can, you know, pushes up here and then pushes down. I would be looking for something like that. Actually, I'm pretty curious to see if that would happen, just because I do see these lower wicks on the last two daily candles. So that would be Thursday and Friday. So, you know, that Monday candle can have a little bit of momentum, push back up, and then maybe Tuesday it'll start falling away. We will see. Let's go down to the 4 hour, see if it shows anything. Choppy. Oops. Yeah, it's just choppy. This is just waiting, because now when I'm looking at the 4 hour, I see this little zone. I just want to see what it's going to do here. So whether it, like I said, pushes back up here and then starts to kind of fall off, or it can, you know, come up here. There is this area here, push down, we'll see. Or, you know, it can just push down, break, retest, something like that. So there's a bunch of different possibilities, of course, that can happen. So it's just a matter of anticipating the move, waiting. If it does one of the moves that you've anticipated, then, you know, you can execute the trade with your stop loss and your take profit already set and whatnot. So you're just kind of making it emotion free and you're just following your trading plan, whatever your trading plan entails. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. Let's go down to the 1 hour real quick. Yeah, at this point, lower time frames are just looking confusing to me. I personally wouldn't even be looking further than the 4 hour, just because I would want to see the higher time frames making their move, because of course it's a stronger indication of what price wants to do. And then you'll see lower time frames kind of playing out at that point. So right now I would just be looking on the H4 time frame when it comes to EJ, just because it makes more sense to me. And I can even show you the 30-minute, probably looks crazy. Yeah, 30 minutes looking cray-cray. Like, for anyone to be trading this, I don't know what you'd be trading. So even here, if we're looking back, how would we have known that this was gonna happen? How would we have known that this push down, well, I can only speak for myself. I would not have been able to know that that push down was gonna happen. Yeah, there is this area here, but it's just, I don't know. That could have easily broken up and done something like that. So I don't know. This is pretty impulsive, it seems like. But yeah, that's pretty much all I see when it comes to GJ and EJ. I wanted to make this video super quick, short, sweet, you know, straight to the point, yada, yada, yada. But if you guys enjoyed this quick video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. You know, I always appreciate that. Also, feel free to comment down below, of course. Let me know what you're looking for, what type of setups you're looking for this upcoming week. And last but not least, don't forget to subscribe so you know when I post another video. And in the meantime, feel free to check out any of my other videos on my channel and my other channel. But you guys already know how much I appreciate you all for stopping by and taking time out of your day just to watch this video. You are honestly all the greatest. But that being said, I hope you have a phenomenal day, week, and life. Bye!